The table properties are used to set the layout of a table. They can change whether the table border is collapsed or separated, and the spacing of that separation. They can also set which side the table caption is displayed, and whether or not empty cells have any borders. Table layout chooses whether the table width will expand to fit the content of the table, or remain fixed with the set size of the table. The border collapse property sets whether the table borders are collapsed into a single border or separated as by default. If the borders are separate, we can use the border spacing property to change the spacing. We can provide either one value or two. With two length values, the first one sets the horizontal spacing and the second the vertical spacing. Next, if we add a caption to the table, we can use the caption side property to position the table caption at any side. The empty cells property sets whether or not to show the borders for any empty cells in the table. Even though the CSS specification says that the initial value should be show, both Firefox and Explorer will hide the empty cells by default. Note that these three properties are currently not implemented in the Windows version of Internet Explorer. Lastly, if we set the table to stretch across only part of the page, and then add content to that cell which is larger than that width, it will expand the table cell. This is because the table layout by default is set to auto. If we want to enforce the table size, we can set the table layout to fixed. The horizontal layout will then only depend on the table's set width and not the content of the cells. This also means that a browser can render the table much faster, since it will know the dimension of the table as soon as the first row has been received.